Hey Capricorn, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot. Whoa, wow. Just dropped a bunch of my cards. Jeez. Well, that's an interesting way to start. All right, so here to do a weekly reading for you for, what is it, October 5th through October 12th, okay? All right, so this week, what are we going to focus on? We're going to focus on you and your person, the thoughts and feelings that you share together, okay? You might feel a certain way with your person, or you might feel a certain way, they feel a certain way. It's the same thing, but for different reasons. Okay. Whoops. And before I get started, I'll let you know that there is a special this week on hour-long readings. Okay. So there's a special price, and you will receive that within 24 hours. Okay. So yeah. So that's the special. If you've never gotten an hour reading, you know, it's definitely a little bit different than the half-hour reading. It definitely gives you more. So anyway, that aside, let's take a look at, you know, basically where the two of you are at, okay? This could be a connection. This could be a budding connection. This could be a friendship. This could be a work relationship. This could be a relationship, okay? So let's see what we get. All right, we have the 9 of Wands. So both of you, okay, both of you have stamina in this connection or relationship, so you haven't given up on it, all right? There is a level of perseverance here, even if it's only in your mind, okay? But there's also an element of expecting the worst, or being very cautious, being cautious of each other. Why is that? You know, why are you so cautious with this person? You know, and being cautious means being cautious of what you say, of what you do, you know, how you appear around people around this person. Excuse me, I feel like it's taking a lot of your energy. All right. But there's still that element of perseverance. Like there's part of you, excuse me, that wants this to work. There's part of them that wants this to work. Okay. Wants it to work in the physical world. All right. So what do we have down here? We have the World in the reverse. All right, so it feels like, this feels to me, obviously the World in the upright, you know, can be about, you know, a cycle closing up. It feels like this situation needs to be revisited. It needs to be revisited, and something about it needs to, like neither one of you feel like you are where you need to be within this connection. That's what's causing this feeling of like you've had a lot of stamina to remain in this connection or remain loyal to this connection. Something needs to be revisited. It might be something that, you know, hasn't been spoken. I feel like this right here is at the core of it. Something hasn't been talked through. Something hasn't been addressed. something needs to be addressed, something needs to be talked through or revisited. You might have tried. You might have tried at one point. You know, and again, the Nine of Wands in the upright definitely can be about persevering through it. But it's like you don't want to have to walk around on pins and needles with somebody. And I feel like you are. I feel like you're walking around on pins and needles. And the thing is they are with you as well. Like you're not being completely your authentic selves with each other. Okay? This person may or may not be around you all the time. So that could be a part of it, you know, that the two of you are in different parts of the state, different parts of the country. So it's easier to have stamina when maybe you're not seeing each other all the time. But it's like, what is happening between the times that you see each other? I feel like you know that something needs to be discussed or something needs to be revisited, something that you possibly talked about in the past. Maybe the other person didn't really hear you. Something needs to be addressed here, all right? So what do we have here? Yeah, the moon. Card of Pisces. You definitely could be dealing with a Pisces, but the energy of the Pisces is fear. There's a lack of clarity. Something has to be addressed. Something has to be talked about. You know? What is that? We'll see in a minute. All right, so what else? All right, so we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So it's like, you know, when the Seven of Wands is in the upright, it's about, you know, being very on the defense. So you personally, you might feel like you've been on the defense in a way in this connection. You might have felt like you've had to defend yourself, defend your actions, defend what you've said. But remember, we're talking about that both of you are experiencing this to some degree. One of you maybe more than the other. But nobody wants to have to feel like they have to defend themselves. When it's in the reverse, it's like, I feel like this is saying, or Spirit is saying, so go on the offense. Say what needs to be said. That's how to truly persevere and move through this. That's how to gain clarity, which is what? Let's see. Page of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like you'll learn something very new about this person if you go on the offense, or for that matter, if they go on the offense. I feel like they will learn something very new about you, something that they were missing. It'll have an effect, basically. You will have an effect on this person, maybe more than what they show. You know, and for all the personal readings that I do, you know, sometimes that's a frustration that the other person doesn't immediately give back to us what we give to them. And just because you're on a certain timetable doesn't mean the other person is on the same timetable. They might need to process it. They might need to work in other factors, other people. Consider other people. Consider, you know, different things in their life. So they may not have the immediate response just because you go on the offensive and share something. It does have an effect on them. Like it illuminates them in some way, in a positive way. All right, we've got Page of Pentacles in the upright here. It creates a window of opportunity that feels like is not there right now. All right, so what do we have here? We have the Emperor in the reverse. Emperor is card of Aries. So this says here, okay, this is where the ego plays a part, okay, in this particular connection. Both of you are shifting the responsibility, possibly of going on the offense, to the other person. Both of you would prefer that the other person lay down all of their cards first. And it might feel like the weaker position to be the person that lays out all of their cards. It's actually the position of strength. It really is, because, and sometimes it's so attractive. It can be overwhelmingly attractive when somebody does that with confidence. Hey, I find you amazingly attractive. I want to date you. I want to take you out. I want to take you to Spain. Okay? Like, I want to spend all of my free time with you. That confidence, if you can find it, can be extremely attractive. And it takes a huge burden off of the other person. I'm not saying that that's what you should do. I'm saying to possibly consider it. Okay, whether you're the masculine or the feminine. If you feel like you lose all of your power because you share your deepest feelings with another person, then that's sad. That is really sad. Because it's almost like it's not worth having the feelings if you're not sharing them. Love is meant to be shared. Feelings are meant to be shared. And for as much as you might feel like you may need to say those things, the other person might equally need to hear them. If you're called to say them, then the other person probably needs to hear them. And you know what? And even if they don't respond in the way that you hope for, they'll always remember it. And they'll always remember it as, especially if it's something that they turn down from you, they'll always remember it as something that, this person cared enough about me to share their deepest feelings with me. That means something. This person thought that much of me to share their deepest feelings about me to me. They didn't have to do that. It's special, regardless. Regardless. What do we have here? All right, so we got Four of Wands in the reverse. So one or both of you, okay? One or both of you could be dealing with a marriage that is breaking up, or a relationship, another relationship that is breaking up. And that could be why this energy of caution is here and stamina is here, because something needed to wrap up here. So there's a huge hesitancy to express deeper feelings. So I get that. And I feel like that could be why this is coming through, as far as the Seven of Wands going on the offense. Part of what you might say to this person, if you do choose to do this, is I'm here for you. I'm here for you when you're ready. That can bring a tremendous amount of relief, a tremendous amount of support. That might be all you have to say. You know, I'm interested in what's going on with you. I would love to listen if you want to share anything with me. Tell me about what you're going through. It feels like somebody here needs to hear that, needs to hear that level of support. Because there's definitely a connection here. But with this Emperor, you know, again, shifting the responsibility to the other person to do this. Think about if the other person here, you know, and both of you might be going through this in a different way. You know, both of you might be ending a connection, or one of you is ending a connection, and, you know, the other might want to speed things along a little bit. But I feel like if somebody is ending a marriage, you both know about it. Or somebody's ending a connection, you both know about it. And it might require some patience. It might require you to go on the offense, so to speak. And you don't have to lay everything out there, but you can offer to be there for support or be there to listen. And then be open to what that person, you know, says. Page of Pentacles, again, you're going to have an effect on this person. I feel like regardless of what you do. But it does require you to do something. And it requires them to do something too. But they might be caught up in this a little bit, okay? All right, so let's see here. All right, so one here and one here. All right, so remember, I said that you're going to have an effect on this person. We have recognition. I feel like whatever you say, whatever you do, I feel like this person is going to possibly recognize you as a deeper soulmate, maybe a life partner, or maybe a past life energy, past life person, a twin, okay? I think it requires a lot of courage to do that, okay? Just so you know, I'm not saying that it's easy. But it will have that effect. The effect it'll have on them with increasing their clarity of possibly where they stand with you, it will give them a sense of recognition with you as well if they haven't already had that, all right? Over here, the World in the reverse. Something needs to be revisited. You know, what could need to be revisited is, you know, a past connection. Or a past conversation. What do we have here? Look at this, miracles. I feel like when the two of you, you know, truly sit down and have an honest conversation, an honest and open conversation, it really will allow this feeling of caution and, you know, a feeling of expecting the worst. I feel like that will go away. I feel like this might have been a miracle that the two of you came together, that the two of you met. All right, so let's clarify these two cards here. All right, Three of Wands. Both of you are waiting. Both of you are waiting for the other. And again, you might be waiting for different reasons. One of you might be waiting for the other to get out of something. And the other might be waiting to hear something that almost validates them getting out of a current connection. And that's why I feel like this card is coming up to go on the offensive, because it reveals or gives some type of information. It has some type of huge effect on the person that receives that information. They need to receive it, because if you feel like they might be getting stuck where they're at, not moving past an old flame or an old marriage, it's because I feel like on some level they're waiting to hear something from you to validate their decision to get out of it. And then we've got Ace of Swords in the reverse. So with everything that we just talked about here, okay, and with talking about ending a relationship or a marriage, somebody is doing that here, okay? It feels like by getting that little piece of information, possibly from you, or the situation could be reversed, it helps somebody end a fight or a negative situation, okay? Ace of Swords in the reverse. So it brings some clarity to help this person to, to move out of something. This person that's stuck in this relationship or connection or marriage, might be fighting with this person for like zero good reason. Might be extending it, just fighting with this person, or this person is fighting with them. I feel like somebody really needs to step up here. I want to clarify the miracles. 2 of Pentacles. All right. So 2 of Pentacles. Is really the card of indecision. Of indecision, and that's why, somebody here or both of you on some level is expecting the worst, because a decision has to be made. And again, I feel like, you might feel like it would be a miracle for this person to get out of this and actually make a decision to move towards you. I don't feel that. I feel like if you continue waiting, what you've been doing, if that's what you've been doing, if you don't change anything, nothing's going to change. There's something about this prior marriage or prior connection where this person's having a hard time leaving it behind. And I don't feel like it's because they're attached to this person. They're attached to a pattern with this person. Okay, so if they're fighting with this person or in a negative situation, or, they've never been able to get past the patterns that the 2 of them have had or the things that they fight about, there's something here that you could do or give to this person that will help them recognize how good it would be for them to completely leave this person behind. Okay? You have to decide what that is. Okay? But the longer that you use this energy, the Emperor in reverse, basically saying, it's the other person's responsibility to come towards me. They need to come to me. They need to reveal all of their feelings to me. The longer you're in this energy, the longer they're going to stay in this energy, which is not good for them. And I don't feel like it's good for you either. All right, Capricorn. That's what I have for you, loves. If you are looking for a personal reading, again, there's a special on the hour-long readings, and you would get your reading very quickly. All right, so I have the time right now, so that's why I'm doing it. So if you're interested in that, don't hesitate to reach out. If not, no worries. I'll talk to you next time. And thank you so much, and have a great week. All right, bye.